Hey guys, Foster here. Just a quick note before we get started today. We are doing something very, very cool in 2020. So this year we are going to do 12 language challenges in 12 months. So on the first day of each month, we will start a new language challenge, and each challenge will focus on a specific topic or subject to help you really improve your English. For example, we are going to have a challenge about phrasal verbs, a challenge about how to use prepositions, a challenge about how to learn grammar without using textbooks. Anyway, it's going to be a lot of fun, and we would love to have you participate. So if you are serious about your English, you should really check out these challenges. To learn more and start improving your English today, just visit inglesnuecru.com. Okay, on with the show.
Oi, gente! 2020 começou um ano novo cheio de novas chances. E eu tenho uma super novidade para falar para vocês. E essa novidade é que o Cambly está oferecendo 50% de desconto nos planos anuais. É um empurrãozinho para você não se arrepender no final desse ano, porque convenhamos, né? Daqui a um ano você vai ter desejado ter começado hoje. Então, é o seguinte, todos os planos anuais do Cambly, tanto de adultos quanto de kids, está com 50% de desconto. E o nosso código para você poder aproveitar isso é 50 nu e cru para o de adulto e 50 nu e cru kids para o de crianças. Lembrando que o 50 é em numeral, tá? Então, vá lá no cambly.com, no aplicativo do Cambly, se inscreve ainda hoje e aproveita esse descontão que o Cambly está dando só entre os dias 1 de janeiro de 2020 até o dia 16 de janeiro de 2020. Então começamos muito bem, eu espero muito que vocês aproveitem isso, e são só 1000 códigos, tá? Então as primeiras 1000 pessoas que forem lá e se inscreverem vão conseguir aproveitar essa promoção. Então é isso, corre lá, hein?
Hey, hello guys. Welcome to another Ask Me Anything session. This is the part of Sound School where you ask questions, we try to give answers. I'm joined with Alexia.
Hello.
Alexia, how are you?
Fine, and you?
I'm doing great.
Yay.
Thank you. So what question do we have today?
We have a question from Kleber. Hi, Kleber.
Hey, Kleber.
And he is asking, okay, when I hear something in English, I try not to translate anymore in my brain, but I try to follow the words and repeat. For example, if I hear the Inglês no Rádio and you and Alexia are talking about something, and I try to follow you and repeat the words that you just said, is it good or not? Because sometimes I repeat, and I don't get the meaning of the words.
Okay. Wow, this is...
So he is... How's the name? Ele tá desabafando.
Yeah, he's ranting
Yes.
a little bit. Yeah, so this is a really good question. There are several different parts. So on one hand, he is talking about he's trying not to translate directly from Portuguese.
Yes.
Which is a really good thing. You don't want to translate, but it's also a really difficult thing. We'll talk more about that in a second. And then the second part of this, he is saying that he's trying not to pay attention to the translation too much. So, for example, if he's listening to Inglês no Rádio, he's just listening and repeating, but he feels like he's not actually learning the meaning of new words.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where should we start? I think with direct translation. So, Kleber, the truth is that it will take a long time for you to completely stop translating from Portuguese. This will happen gradually, incrementally with time. So in the beginning, at least in my experience and many of our students' experiences, you will start automatically saying things in English but simple things that you are saying a lot, right? So, for example, even if you are a very basic student, if someone says, "Hey, how are you?" you can say, "I'm good. How are you?" You are not thinking in your head, eu estou bem. You will say, "Hey, how are you?" You know, with those simple things, you can really start to not directly translate pretty quickly. But with much more complicated, sophisticated issues, this still happens with me in Portuguese. If I'm really kind of getting stuck and I've never talked about something before, I still find myself thinking in English and translating. Obviously, this happens a lot less than it used to, but it's still a process.
It's a process. I feel that for me nowadays, I don't translate that much anymore. Right now, when I'm speaking here, I'm not translating anything. It's already automatic. But it's the same thing. If I need to go to the doctor and the doctor is saying a lot of different things for me and I don't know the meaning, I don't understand the vocabulary, I will start translating and trying to understand in Portuguese, and then I can understand in English and learn something from it. But
yeah, I think in your experience, the times where I see you directly translating from Portuguese the most is just for specific words. And I think that has to do with the dynamic of our relationship. When you're thinking of a really difficult word, you can just say, how do you say this?
mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think there's a little bit of that going on. But short answer is it's a really good thing to try to focus on not translating, but it also takes a lot of time. So it's not like today you're translating directly, tomorrow you're not. It's something that takes months, years.
So, like, be patient. It will happen, but be patient.
Yes, and it will probably happen faster than you are noticing, and it will happen a lot without you even noticing.
Yeah.
So one day you will wake up and recognize, okay, 90% of the time I'm just speaking English. I'm not even thinking about Portuguese. Cool. So the second part of the question, he said, for example, when he's listening to Inglês no Rádio, he's just repeating with us, but he does not feel like he's really learning new things, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's awesome. I think that's so good, and you're receiving so many benefits just from repeating that you probably cannot perceive all of these benefits. But number one, you're training just normal pronunciation, like the fundamentals of sounds. Number two, you're training the more sophisticated aspects of pronunciation, like intonation, stress, filler words, all of these little nuances we have. You are repeating those and getting more comfortable with them, getting more exposure. That's super, super helpful. And then finally, I think this might not happen in the moment, but you are also acquiring new vocabulary and expressions, even if it's subconscious. But the next time you hear that expression, your brain might think, I've heard that before. Okay. And then you have it. So I know it can seem frustrating. It seems like you're not making progress, but I promise listening and repeating is always a good thing to do. That's a great way to spend your time.
Yeah, because you feel more confident to put these words with the correct pronunciation in your day when you're talking, when you're speaking English. So yeah, I think that the bottom line here is get used to it and don't worry, because this day will come, and be patient and repeat as much as you can, because you will put these words in your vocabulary without noticing it as well.
Yeah, for me, the bottom line, the most important thing is trust in the process, don't focus on the results. Because language learning a new language is not a linear progression. It's not like, okay, today I can have basic conversations, in 1 month I can have intermediate. It does not move in a straight line. But sometimes for months you are stagnant. You feel like you are stuck and not learning things. And then all of a sudden your language skills are at a totally different level. So don't think about, okay, am I immediately getting better? Because it does not work like that. But what you are doing right now, listening and repeating and working on thinking more in English and expressing yourself without translating, those are good things. So trust in the process.
Yeah, so take me as an example. For example, this year, it was the year that I felt more stuck with my English because I got to a level that I am advanced. I could say that I am fluent, but I wasn't getting better at anything that I was supposed to. And I was feeling very, very down with that. And this time when I got here in the United States in October, it was the time that everyone was saying, "Oh my God, your accent is so good.
Yeah.
Are you from Brazil? No, you're not." So it made me understand that even though I wasn't noticing my
progress,
my improvement, I was improving.
Yeah.
So,
I call these language learning plateaus. You know what a plateau is? It's like the top of a mountain where it's flat.
Okay.
So you're going up a mountain and then it's flat and you feel like you're not making progress for a long time. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're going back up again really high and then it kind of stops. Yeah, it's not a linear process, but trust in the process.
Yeah.
Excellent question. Thank you very much. So we will be back with more questions very soon.
Yes. Thank you, Kleber. Bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Muito obrigada por ter escutado mais um episódio aqui do nosso Inglês de Necro Rádio. Como sempre, vou pedir para você deixar sua review, deixar o seu e-mail no nosso site inglesdenecru.com, ficar de olho nas novidades que a gente sempre manda, nossos recursos grátis, enfim, todas as novidades que a gente puder, a gente vai estar compartilhando com vocês, principalmente por e-mail. Então, é isso. Eu quis aqui dar esse recado. Como sempre, obrigada pelo suporte e a gente se vê no próximo episódio, tá bom? Bye!